Ready? I also don't want to be recorded then. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, here we go. And we're off today. I'm going to mute everybody.
Come here. And sit here. Sit here. Still can't hear properly. There's something wrong. Stuff in my feet. Yeah.
It won't let me mute everyone, so I'm just going to have to. Okay. All right, here we go. So you'll see closed captioning at the bottom, which is great in case you want to read along. Today's debate topic is endorsements are adversely affecting sport. We've got our judges, Dr. Manish. Dr. Manish, can you say hello? Just wave and say hi. That'd be wonderful.
Hi.
Hi, nice. We've got Ravi here. Ravi, can you unmute yourself and say a good hello?
Hello, everybody.
Nice. And finally, we've got Indumati here. Indumati, we finally see you. Can you unmute
yourself?
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Lovely. All right. Those are our three esteemed judges for this evening. Moving along. Let's see. These are the two teams we've got today. We've got West 2 champions that are for our topic. We've got Suvendu, Hema, and Sangeet. And on the against team, we've got Amrita, Nafisa, and Kunjan. Welcome, everybody. Can you can say a hi?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Everyone.
Hello.
Very nice. So we're going to start off. I'll go through the rules really quickly so everybody's on the same page. We're obviously keeping the four-way test in mind. This is Rotary after all. We all know the four-way test and our four amazing questions. Whether you're an audience member, whether you're a judge, or whether you're an actual debater today, we're keeping these ones in mind. And remember, everyone's a winner. Okay, this is the judging criteria. We all know this, but it's for the judges to keep this in mind. Participation needs to happen by each and every debater here today. So all 6 of you need to have a very active role. What things you're going to be judged on is the content and relevance to the topic, logical reasoning, Zoom etiquette, clarity of thought, eye contact, sarcasm, maybe a little bit, but keep it decent. No religious or political comments. Thankfully, our debate topic is pretty easy and nice today, so hopefully none of that will come along. If you have questions about any of these, feel free to ask away right about now. Judges, all of you have sent me a text message, so that's wonderful. My phone number is on there. Here's some rules for this evening. Do not unmute yourself unless I unmute you or ask you to unmute. Just please keep muted. It's very distracting to the debaters if we have people talking on the phone or you just start talking to other people in your immediate area. It's really, really distracting. So do not do that. We're not going to allow any chatting in the chat box on the side. It's just really distracting. So we try to stay away from that. And also in the question round, which is the Janta Ki Adalat, please make sure that you have people that are actually going to ask questions. If the team doesn't get asked questions, your team unfortunately gets negative points. So obviously you don't want that happening. You can text people now, ask them to come in to watch the debate if you want. Do whatever it takes to get people in to ask those 2 questions. Don't lose silly points like that. We'll start with the first round, obviously. And in the first round, we've got the first speaker 4, and you'll get a 2-minute timer on that. We then have the next speaker going for another 2 minutes. At the 1.5-minute point, you'll hear a little banging. Now, please keep in mind, you will probably not hear it when you're talking, debaters. So have your own timer with you. I will once again stop you at 2 minutes. I'll say your time, it's time. And then at 2 minutes and 10 seconds, I will just mute you. Okay, so keep that in mind. Please, I urge you to have your own timer ready because again, you're not going to hear me banging on anything when you're talking, okay? And then we'll just go through it. Everybody gets 2 minutes, so that's really nice. Let the debate begin. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. I believe the order we're going in today is Sangeet, Hema, and Suvendu. And then for the against team, we've got Nafisa, Kunjan, and Amrita. Is that correct?
That's right. That's correct.
Okay, great. So we're gonna start with Sangeet. Sangeet, and this is for all the debaters. As soon as you give me a thumbs up, I start your time. Okay, so it depends on when you're starting. So don't worry about me starting too early and then you're running out of a few seconds at the end. So away we go. I'm gonna spotlight Sangeet because he's gonna start us off. Sangeet, when you're ready, give me a thumbs up and you're ready to go. Judges, get ready. Okay.
Good evening, friends. While it may seem endorsements benefit sport, but when we look at the larger picture, we would realize how adversely it affects. Let me prove my point with some examples here. In today's world, with the amount of consumer engagement and exposure, brand's identity can easily be related to that of team. Teams' wrongdoings reflect on the identity of the sport in general. We have seen how IPL had to ban 2 teams and how it had hurt cricket. Big brands grab humongous endorsement deals at sporting events without correlating to the sport's fundamentals. McDonald's was the sponsor for Olympics from 1976 until 2020, when the Olympics came under scrutiny as it looked like it was promoting obesity. This creates a mismatch between what the sport promotes and the product being endorsed. With huge sums of money coming into the sport as part of endorsement deals, sports can easily become a breeding ground for corruption. Huge sums of money can dictate major decisions made in sport, which might benefit the endorser only and not the sport. At times, endorsements can dictate the future of sport. Money can be the deciding factor between success and failure, and therefore these endorsement deals undermine the sport itself. Only few elite players get the endorsements, causing a lot of dissent and unhealthy competition within the team. It thus adversely affects the sport itself. अब क्या बोलूं आपको? ललित मोदी के स्कैंडल के बाद क्रिकेट तो सफर हुआ ही, मैंने अपने नाम में से मोदी निकाल दिया था कुछ दिनों के लिए. खैर, ये मजाक की बात छोड़ें. खेल में एंडोर्समेंट के पैसों की वजह से गंदगी बढ़ती जा रही है. खेल नहीं रह गया है, धंधा बन गया है. बाकी तो आप लोग खुद समझदार हैं. जय राम जी की.
Fantastic. Thank you, Sangeet. You were well within your time. Wonderful. Nicely done. I'm going to remove spotlight and I am now going to spotlight Nafisa. Okay, hold on 1 second. Auntie, you can unmute yourself. Okay. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go and I will start your timer. Yep, you can start.
I speak against the motion. The important words in today's debate are sports and endorsements. Why are endorsements a taboo for sports person when other professionals earn millions through them? Example, Amitabh Bachchan, who still remains one of the highest earners through endorsement. Sports is a noble profession where individuals play for the glory of their country. The sheer joy to stand on the medal podium, wearing the Indian jersey, watching the tricolor flutter as our anthem is being played, gives them the greatest pride and honor. This drives them to work hard and to stretch their boundaries. Why should we then deny them additional income and financial security to lead a comfortable, respectful, and a stable life after a career that barely spans 10 to 15 years? How are they expected to survive thereafter? When there are no endorsements, several sports people face dire hardships and face penury in their later lives, like Mohammad Yunus Khan, the football player, and Salim Durrani, the all-rounder Indian cricketer. Sita Sahu, a double bronze medalist at the Special Olympics, was seen selling golgappas to make ends meet. Majority of sports people come from remote areas and ordinary backgrounds, and because of endorsements, they can access world-class training equipments and facilities. Therefore, I endorse. The endorsements are like oxygen for the betterment of sports. Thank you.
Fantastic. Also, well within your time. Excellent job. You guys are so good at this. It's almost like professional. Okay, up next, we've got Hema. I'm going to spotlight you. Again, same thing. As soon as you're ready, just unmute yourself first, or you're going to unmute yourself. Nope, you're still muted. Still muted. Okay, I think.
Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Okay, give me a thumbs up and we'll start your time. Okay.
Endorsement यानी कि advertisement यानी कि पैसा जो ना हो तो मुसीबत जो हो तो मुसीबत. There are various aspects of endorsement which adversely affect sports. Endorsement can create a huge discrepancy between the financial capability of sporting team and in turn their ability to attract best talent. This results in a monopoly involving a few big teams who corner better talents with muscle power. Talent gets concentrated in just a few hands and there is hardly any competition. Endorsement come with commitments which at times become a burden on the athlete. Recent example of Naomi Osaka not willing to give a post-match interview, prime time for endorsers after a game at French Open results in the athlete withdrawing from the competition. Talking about endorsement by players, as we all know, there is a lot of money involved. At times, the player comes from a humble background and the money gets in their head, which then results in scandal, unhealthy competition, use of performance-enhanced drugs, etc. Is this really good for any sports? Endorsements bring a lot of money to the team or to the governing body in general. Unfortunately, this money does not get deployed back in the sports itself. Additionally, only a selected few sports get majority of endorsement. Like cricket in India, when money involves in huge, the sports does not remain a sports anymore, but it creates a further complication. खिलाड़ी पैसों के लिए खेल रहा है, ना ही खेल बढ़ाने के लिए. Thank you.
Wow, excellent. Also, judges, just to note, well within her time. Next up, we have got from the against team, we've got Kunjan.
Yeah, I'm waving my hands.
Oh, sorry. There you are. Lovely. Okay, wonderful. Same thing. Just give me a thumbs up and we'll start your time.
I'm ready. Okay. Why is there a sudden increase in sports endorsement in India? What is the reason behind the improved performance of the Indian sportsmen? How often do we see a Milkha-like performance from a runner without a proper equipment? Rarely, the likes of Puma and Adidas do step in over here to win a medal and fame. Years of dedication, training, world-class equipment and facilities. Along that, we need a nutritious diet also are required. Irrespective of their backgrounds, endorsement enables sportsperson a chance to avail of improved scientific and international standard training coaches, nutritionists, etc., thereby enhancing their performance. India had just managed 1 gold medal since 1980, and that also by shooter Abhinav Bindra in 2008. India's previous 8 gold medals were all in field of hockey. India hockey players have now reached that fitness level and have won the bronze. Where has this growth come from? Big money has been infused in India sports recently. JSW, Gold Quest, Tatas, etc. has sponsored teams to bring a change at the grassroots levels. India's contingent to Tokyo Olympics returned with 7 medals. That was the best tally till date. To top it up, our Paralympians got us 19 medals. JSW spokesperson once mentioned that it cost approximately $2 million to create an Olympic gold medalist. With the frugal government budgets, God bless, alone, it's impossible. Sponsorships and endorsement can transform this future of Indian sports. This is for all our Indian sportsmen. ए मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए सौ दर्द सही महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा चाहे जान मेरी रहे ना रहे. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Also well within your time. I shall unspotlight you. And Suvendu, you are up next. All right. For the final person from the 4 team, Suvendu, take it away.
I agree with my friends Sangeet and Hema. Endorsement brings enormous financial resources to the players in very short period of time, thus creating higher greed, ego, and results in lack of focus from the core talent of sports. Due to this easy money and disproportionate earnings, they feel they have arrived in life. They feel they are celebrities, and some of them behave like gods. Let's take the examples of Diego Maradona, one of the greatest legends who died bankrupt. Boris Becker, the youngest and double Wimbledon champion, can't afford his own expenses currently. Vinod Kambli and Sachin Tendulkar were all with similar talents initially. Kambli spoiled his career much earlier. Virat Kohli had almost ruined his career in the first 3 years of his life, of his cricketing career, getting involved with a film actress. More examples like Mike Tyson, Maria Sharapova, Oscar Pistorius, then Sushil Kumar and Michael Ferreira are all results of the short-term money, greed, so-called celebrity attitude. They behaved like gods and got into problems. Most of them had got behind bars at least once in their lifetime. Dhoni had problems with Amrapali. Countless examples. There is a difference amongst endorsement, sponsorship, CSR, and government initiatives. Let's clarify. Endorsement money goes directly to the players. Sponsorship goes to the governing body. CSR gets spent on sports infrastructure and improvement, and government initiatives create aspiration and rewards for the winners. Now you can decide what is useful and what has adverse impact. 80% of the endorsement money goes to 10% of the top players, thus creating discontent in most of the team games, affecting the team spirit. IPL has built a huge successful platform for endorsements. It might have helped the economy. Did it help improve the quality of cricket? Not really. Humorously, every dad tells their son, "Beta, padhai mein dhyan do, har ladka Sachin nahi banta." I myself is a professional athlete. I can go on and on, but you can decide yourself. Thank you.
Oh, right in the nick of time, exactly 2 minutes. Well done. Made very, very good use of your time. Thank you, Suvendu. And now we've got Amrita rounding up this round. Final person. All right, Amrita, unmute. And you can go.
Endorsements are a form of advertising that use famous personalities who command recognition, trust, and respect. Because of their prowess and ability to unite fans for years, they have proved to be the perfect gateway for brands to reach their targeted demographic. A sports person's audience becomes the brand's audience. Athletes build trust for the brand. It impacts direct increase in sales. It separates your business from its competitors. It creates curiosity amongst the consumers for the endorsed products. Endorsements trigger and grow sales by reassuring consumers of the quality of the endorsed brand. Endorsers create incredible value for the companies that rely on their services. This is why the best endorsers are compensated so well, and top athletes make more money from endorsements than actually from their salary or winnings. Not only that, but it holds true for an increase in stock prices as well. When everyone benefits, why not sports person? Brands that rely on athlete endorsers take huge risks knowing their partners can suffer from injuries, loss of form, scandals, rumors, and a range of other downfalls that can backfire for the sports person as well as the brands. Injuries are an integral part of sport, and when a sports person can't play, his earnings stop. Imagine the plight of the families and the mental turmoil and insecurity it triggers. Endorsements act as a buffer for troubled times, helping sports persons to focus on the game, knowing that they are secure financially. Sports persons are the endorsers of the future and don't expect this to change anytime soon. Neeraj Chopra's endorsements increased from rupees 30 lakhs to rupees 2.5 crores after winning the gold. The impetus for many more youngsters to follow. Sports now ascertains a good lifestyle like other professions. Without endorsements, sports would remain a recreation and not become a profession. Thank you.
Very nicely done. 1 minute and 50 seconds. Excellent. I shall now take your spotlight off. And let's go back into regular view. I shall now, thank you very much. That was round 1 for endorsements are adversely affecting sports. Very good. We're now going to go into round 2. I shall share my screen so we can go ahead and go through some pointers here. This is round 2. This is the crossfire. This is 6 minutes long, closely timed and monitored by yours truly. The against team will open. Any member from the team can speak for a maximum of 1 minute, i.e. 60 seconds, also being timed. You're allowed to, of course, interrupt the other person speaking. Maybe if they're repeating something or there's a slight pause in their speech, feel free to do that. However, I will stop and or mute you if there are 2 people that continuously talk, mainly because nobody understands what you're saying. So in order to get your point actually across, make sure that you actually do have stage time. You have the little green box around you and take it from there. All 3 members do have to speak during this time. I'll be keeping a track of this. I'm sure the judges will be as well. And I will start at the end of this round. While I am, I'm going to spotlight all 6 of you guys. So you're available to be seen right up front. In the meantime, judges, you guys can send me your scores. That would be lovely.
Priya,
Yes,
can I interrupt for a second?
please do.
Priya, so all these 3 participants, we have to grade them out of 10 marks.
Yes.
So totally 30 marks, but we'll write against each one's name.
You can write it against each one's name, correct?
Okay. So we'll send you a WhatsApp.
Yes, send me the one.
Excuse me, can we just give the figure of everything together, or you want individual?
No, you can give me a total as well. I'm okay either way. You can give me
Okay.
a round.
Okay. I've already sent you. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, we have our amazing debaters up in spotlight view. I shall go ahead and say go, and then you guys can start. The against team will begin. I shall stop sharing my screen. That's a good idea.
So can I come in?
And away we go. Yes, go for it.
Can I come in, please?
Yes.
So I would like to put a question to the opposing team. Our respectable team has given a lot of, points whereby they are saying that endorsements are adversely affecting sports. Let me ask you a question. Why do parents still do not want their children to get into sports and make it into a career? They would rather have them go into an academic career. Why? Because they see that there is no future for their children in sports. But today, because so many institutes, corporates, and private players who have come and who have supported sports, that we are seeing an increased interest in youngsters to take up sports as a career. Thank you.
I would like to ask one more question to Hema. She has mentioned, like, whatever the money is coming, it is going to the heads of the people. I think both of you have said that the money which is coming into that is going to the head of the people. There are hardly few people. If you count out of 100 sportsmen,
I can't hear you. Kunjan, I'm not able to hear you. Your voice is cracking.
Yeah, out of 100 sportsmen, you might have 2 or 3 people who are like this. Whereas why can't the doctors? We are allowing the doctors to earn. We are allowing the actors to earn. The actors also fail. The actors also become bankrupt. But then also they come up. They are still given endorsement. You think of Amitabh Bachchan, he had become a bankrupt totally. And then afterwards, because of his endorsements, he has come back again. why can't you give a chance to a sportsman to come back again like that?
Well,
why do you all think that the sportsman is always going a corrupt person?
My sincere advice is to use.
Why are you targeting the sportsman?
No, my sincere advice is to use the names of the sports people, not the doctors and the actors. And my sincere suggestion, with due respect, please take the examples of sports persons. Please don't take the examples of actors and doctors, anything, because we are talking about sports. Please.
People have come back in life because of someone else is opening doors for them. You give example of Amitabh Bachchan.
Why do you? Kunjan, to your question, answer is the government is supporting through CSR fund. So where its question comes that they have to earn and support themselves. Government is supporting them.
Government does not give any CSR, Hema.
Hemaji, have you understood what is the government funds?
CSR also comes
from the corporate.
Do you have
Kunjan, please give us some numbers. Kunjan, will you please give us some numbers?
Really very minuscule.
Kunjan,
it will not suffice them to lead a comfortable life.
Kunjan, you said how many people get endorsement first of all? Out of 10 people get endorsement. 5 people get into corruption and scandals. What percentage are we talking?
You know, let me also
nowadays, if you have seen the record, most of the players are getting endorsement. That is why they are getting the ability of getting trained with international standards and technical facilities.
Kunjan, my question,
it is the duty of government to give. It is the duty of government to give.
Kunjan, I agree.
It is the duty of government to give.
Despite that, the corporates, private players are doing so.
I agree that government is supposed to give money, but government doesn't give.
Look at the example of Neeraj Chopra. If you rely on the government, he was one.
So sorry, I need to mute all of you guys right now. Amrita, you're muted. I cannot hear you. You guys, it's a 4-team. You guys are for the same group. You guys are talking over each other. Try and figure out who's going to be speaking and then go for it. Feel free to unmute. I had paused the time. Go ahead.
Can I bring in another point?
Unmute.
Ma'am, you have already asked one question, so can we all ask questions, please?
Yeah, please, go ahead.
Kunjan, my question to you, when you are talking, you have mentioned that world-class facilities and all that. You are talking about hockey, you are talking about athletics. So I'll just give you some statistics. PT Usha was the real, Indian champion during the years 1984 to 88. Where is the endorsement? Where is the sponsorship? Where is the CSR initiatives? And where did we achieve all these, whatever we wanted to achieve? My question number 2, you spoke about hockey. Do you know that, there are only 2 world-class hockey stadiums in India? That is, one is in Delhi and one is in Bhubaneswar. And do you know that Australia and Germany, the champions, they don't play anywhere other than Bhubaneswar and Delhi?
We're not talking about the infrastructure, Mr. Mishra.
I'm talking about
the endorsements. We're not talking about government building infrastructure.
Because
my question,
I'll answer that question.
No, let me complete. Please do not confuse. Please do not confuse among sponsorship and endorsements.
I have to mute you, my friend. That's time. Thank you. Does somebody from the against team want to talk, please?
Yeah. See, I would like to say that what Mr. Sudhendu was saying, that there are very few facilities. That is what I'm telling you. If this endorsement doesn't come into the sports, how is the international standard facility going to come?
Sir, endorsement goes to the players, not to the sports.
1 minute. Now let me talk. Let me talk. When you are talking about PT Usha, she is one of the people. Why didn't you talk about Shiny Abraham? She was also there one of the time at her time. There were a few people, and they were trained by the Kerala people. The Kerala government gave them, and that if you remember, the Kerala, it was a fertilizer company over there which sponsored them, which gave them endorsement, and they got trained in USA because of their endorsement.
Thank you.
Understand that, and that in Los Angeles, they nearly won the medal.
Please don't mix sponsorship and endorsement.
I am saying that they were endorsed.
Our topic.
Them, and that's why they could afford to go to Kerala or go to US. And then
please.
Can I say something, please?
I'll give an example of myself. I was also a national level player. I was also a national level player.
I am so sorry, Kunjan. I had to mute you. I will have the against team give one last, 4 team actually, give one last closing, and that's it. 35 seconds.
See, you guys are saying that you just yourself said, who builds the endorsement money goes for infrastructure. In the talk, you said that. But that doesn't happen. It goes to the individual pockets. It goes to the governing bodies. It doesn't go to the...
Sorry, nobody said that. Sorry, Mr. Modi, nobody said that.
The round is done.
You heard us wrong. I don't think you're paying attention.
I think
we didn't say that. We didn't say that.
I'm just going to mute everybody. Thank you. Very spirited round. Very, very spirited. The round is now completed. That was a nice, good 6 minutes. Well done, each of you. I'm now going to unspotlight you. So give me a second while I do that. In the meantime, judges, you can have this time to send me some scores. I'm busy unspotlighting and trying to do math at the same time. It's not my forte. And here we go. Okay, we're just gonna go back to regular gallery view. I'm gonna share my screen. Judges, I'll give you 30 seconds if you wanna send them along. I have WhatsApp, so don't say I've sent it to you. I've not looked, so just give me a minute. We're now gonna go into round 3. This is Janta Ki Adalat. I'll share my screen and then we should chit chat some more on the rules of this fantastic round. Okay, here we go. We're in round 3. I see Manmeet Chadda already has a question. Vinita Pratap already has her question ready. Fantastic. Hold those thoughts right there. We'll be with you in a second. Members of the audience will have to ask 2 specific questions to each team. Please remember, if once you start, you please say, I'm asking a question to the for team, or I'm asking a question for the against team. If you're not there in time and your question gets lost in the mix, I apologize in advance. We already have 4 people up there, so I will just leave it at that. I don't think number 2 is going to stand because we actually have 4 people up there, so awesome. Audience cannot make a point but have to ask a question. No secondary or follow-up questions allowed. Remember, this is not a conversation. This is a question. So please pose a question. Nobody is really interested in your thoughts at the moment. We're here for the debaters. So your job right now is to ask a question. There needs to be a question mark at the end of your sentence. Please mention, like I said before, if it's a question to the for team or if it's a question for the against team. You can ask a particular debater, or you can ask the team in general. If it's to a particular debater, please say this is for the against team and I would like to ask Nafisa, for example. You have 30 seconds to ask the question. Again, this is not a long story. It's a quick question. 1 minute to answer debaters, and you cannot ask your own team.
Where's the chat room?
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. The order that we will go in is Manmeet, Vinita, Aditya, and Monica. Hopefully you guys are from opposing teams and are ready to ask those questions. Manmeet, you can unmute yourself. If you can turn your camera on, that'll be amazing. If not, no worries. Let me know if it's for the for team or the against team and who the question is for. And of course the question.
It's for the against team, and I would ask Mr. Kunjan.
Okay.
So, Mr. Kunjanji, I really liked the way you were debating and it was really good to see you. I wanted to ask you a question that if you remember, Sachin Tendulkar refused to be the captain of the Indian team because the Indian team was not performing very well and the government had waived off his taxes for the Ferrari. How did this help in how did this help in cricket? Can you just elaborate on this?
Kunjan, you can feel free to unmute.
Yeah, see, I would not say anything about this because the taxation part of is how he did it with the government is something different. That doesn't come part of the endorsement part of things. He had got this Ferrari as a gift from the Ferrari people. So maybe technically that a gift is not taxable or whatever it is. That is not. We can say anything about it. And Sachin Tendulkar is somebody in like a demigod for everybody. So maybe the government felt nice. Yes, they wanted to give him a gift and they gave him a gift.
No, my question was, how did it help the game?
Questions, thank you.
It is not the game. It is an individual person. Understand that they have helped the individual person. They have not helped the game.
So exactly, my question was, how did it help that you giving him a Ferrari?
See, I think you're getting the question wrong, Miss. See, because here we are asking how is the endorsement helping the people and the sports person. endorsement does help a sports person. It is.
Thank you, Kunjan. Nicely done. Is there a question from Vinita, Aditya, or Monica for the 4 team?
I'd like to ask the 4 team.
All right, go for it, Aditya.
My question is to Ms. Hema, Ruchir and Hema. Hema ji, a sports person basically has 10 to 15 years of blood, sweat, toil, sacrifice, giving up everything. Most of these sports people are coming from very, very poor areas. If you see the lady who won the bronze medal and the silver medal from the rural parts of Nagaland, etc., so and so forth, if they do well, and if they, because of that, they're getting an endorsement so that their families can be happy, maybe they can live in a better house, what's your problem? Why are you so anti them? उसके पेट पे आप लात क्यों मारना चाहती हैं?
नहीं, हम उनके पेट पे लात नहीं मारना चाहते. जैसे कि वो पैसा जैसे they earn the endorsement, they start earning, the money gets in their head, as I told in my speech. So that after that they stop playing for the country, they playing for them. They start doing meh. It's everything for meh. It becomes for meh. They don't play for the sports. They doesn't play for the country. It becomes meh. It's everything. It starts that it's playing for themselves. They are not playing for the country. Once the money gets in their head, it becomes that way.
Sai. All right, you have 30 seconds if you want to continue.
That's my answer.
Lovely. I love it. Is there a question for the against team from Vinita or Monica?
Yeah. My question is for the against team for Nafiza.
Go for it.
Yeah. See, you give an example of Amitabh Bachchan, who's an actor. Endorsement is when he's doing the ads and all, it is enhancing his acting. But we are talking about a sportsman. So when the sportsman does endorsement, it is not the comparison what you have given doesn't goes, and the retirement benefits. So how can you just give me the example? Can you explain me this?
So I just gave an example of Amitabh Bachchan. If we do not have anything against him getting an endorsement as an actor, why should we deny endorsement to a sports person who is actually playing for the glory of the country, And if you see in recent time, Mirabai Chanu, who won the silver medal in the Olympics, she came from an extremely poor family. She used to hitchhike to go to her academy and carry. So now after winning this, her endorsements have become higher and it is helping her to lead a comfortable life. So why should we deny that to them? Let them have a comfortable life. Let them have a stable financial security. And that is going to help her in the next Olympics. Probably she'll get a gold medal.
Fantastic. Thank you for that response. That was almost 60 seconds. Monica, your question, I'm assuming, is for the 4 team.
Yes, that's right. So I'm saying that our population is 1.3 billion and our government budget for sports is only 8.8 crores. So how is that, if we don't go with the endorsements, how are we going to better the sporting facilities and the support to our sports person in our country? Where will the money come from? Do we want to be backward in sports forever?
I believe Suvendu is going to answer this question.
Yeah. My question is that when you are talking about you are telling 1.3 billion population and we need to give endorsement money. See, endorsement money, let me tell you very honestly, endorsement money directly goes to the players. So that...
Suvendu, you're breaking a little bit, unfortunately.
It doesn't help improve the infrastructure. If you want more and more medals, let us improve the sport words. And saying, I have given examples that our government initiatives.
Can I pitch in?
Sorry, you're breaking. I'll give you 30 seconds to respond.
The sports infrastructure, hardly any national sports still.
Suvendu,
can I pitch in?
Sangeet, I'll give you 30 seconds to respond to the question. Yeah.
Basically, what he was trying to say is, as Monica asked, yes, we should improve the facilities. Yes, the government should do it. The endorsement money should go for the improvement of the facilities. If you can give me enough statistics, where has the money gone for improvement of the facilities? It has gone in the pockets of people. It is not going to the endorsement. Now, let me complete, Monica. I mean, you asked a question already. So what I'm saying is, that we do not, the money goes for the pocket of the administrators or the players, not for the infrastructure. So how does it help the sport per se?
And thank you, Sangeet. And that is time for round 2, 3, wherever we are. All right, we're gonna go into our last round. Before we do that,
now nothing. I've made them.
Before we do that, we're gonna have a 2-minute break. I have a question for the debaters. Would you prefer breakout rooms, or do you have your own little WhatsApp group going to have your 2-minute discussion? Let me know, for and against team. I need somebody to tell me.
The breakout room possible?
Yeah, I can. I'm sure I can make one pretty quickly. Oh, yikes. All right, your rooms are open. You can head on out. I will call you back approximately 2 minutes. Judges, would you guys? No, I can't give you.
Yeah. Tia, I have a question.
Yes.
In the round of Janta Ki Adalat, only 2 questions were posed to the for team and the against team, and the marks are out of 30.
Yes.
So we mark them out of 15 each?
Yeah, it's just for general, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so we just decide the totality.
Yes.
All
yes.
right, all right, I got it.
Yeah, can you send me the invite again for the breakout room? Because I think I missed it.
Yes, I can.
I don't have the invite too, please.
Give me a second.
She's only inviting debaters who listen to her.
Okay, I'm gonna open rooms again. Head on out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna restart their time now. Sorry, guys. You guys are gonna have to hang around for a little bit longer. They just went into their room, so give it a couple minutes. You guys can, chit chat amongst yourselves. I'm gonna try and do some math. Rupen is here. He's pretty entertaining. Most days. I feel like there are a lot of people that have a lot of opinions. Feel free to discuss. Aditya, I feel like you're already to unmute yourself. Go for it.
No, I was just saying that some of the viewers are pretty patronizing.
Monica, don't you get some endorsement? Yeah, you can play as a model. Aditya can play as a model.
Get endorsed as a model,
KKG, that is the reason you're there in this event, to give endorsements to a few people.
You can endorse us. Endorsement, ये तो बहुत अच्छा है.
नहीं रूपन का क्या होगा?
ना घर का ना घाट का.
Can this saving cream guy give you endorse?
It's more difficult to manage this damn thing.
You are the Amitabh Bachchan of Rotary.
खाली दाढ़ी का कलर थोड़ा अलग है.
बस.
थोड़ा बूट पॉलिश कम है.
Yeah, Rupen, Beardo. You should endorse Beardo, man, any day.
Yeah. Please ask them. I'll be happy to do that.
Monica, congratulations. Yesterday your team won.
Yeah, let's see what happens today.
Monica, Manmeet is congratulating for yesterday, so you can guess.
No. But the way Manmeet congratulated, it was like, oh, ऐसे कैसे हो गया?
No. Yesterday they deserved it.
And today,
you mean to say someone is influencing the judges?
Yeah, correct.
Judges are supposed to keep quiet.
Judges, yes. Tia, let all judges be, muted.
I'll try not to. Okay,
Manish, you're going to hear a doorbell soon.
So I'm actually.
Is Monica's laugh giving something away?
Last laugh.
अच्छा केके जी ये पहुंच गया आपने जो भेजा था
मेरा रसगुल्ला
ये नहीं था ओ बॉस ये नहीं था ये मोनिका के लिए था
विभीषण
Manish, you let the cat out of the bag.
Literally.
Monica is still laughing, still continuing to laugh.
Monica, you don't worry.
I'm just muting everybody. I'm so sorry. It is time, so I'm going to bring the teams back. I'm going to close.
Oh,
I know.
Achha, already sponsorships are there. Sponsors.
Yes.
You do have 6 seconds to come back.
ये बीजेपी ने भेजा था
KK on a roll today. As every day.
Every day you can say.
KKG is always informed.
Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. We're in our final round. I believe everybody is back. I see the against team came back immediately. Thank you for being on time. I do not see the 14. I see the 14 as well. All right, fantastic. Let me share my screen once more so everybody knows what's happening. And here we go. So we've had our 2-minute break. I did give you guys a little bit longer because we had a little problem with breakout rooms. We have one member now going to sum up the debate for 1 minute. The team 4 will go first for a minute, and then the against team will have the 1 minute to really sum it up. I will then give the judges a couple minutes to really figure out what scores they want to finalize and send to me. I will then also ask the judges to give us a few words on what they thought or how they thought the debate was going to go. I will have a word with them while the 2 minutes are on. So let me stop sharing. All right, for the 4 team, who is going to be summing up?
Yeah, myself, Suvendu.
Suvendu, wonderful. I'm gonna spotlight you. Fantastic. All right, give me a thumbs up when you're ready to go. Judges, I hope you're ready. Okay, you can go.
Friends, we had an interesting and intense debate. It's true, endorsement brings money to the sport, but the question is, does the money really come to the sport, or it goes in the hands of just few people? When money involved is huge, everyone wants a piece of the cake. Race starts for the bigger piece and power takes over. Result is human and greed is the winner. Real sport loses its priority. The thought changes to, I will fill my coffer, let sports suffer. This leads to deal making, fixing, betting, and doping. It's all about money and not sport anymore. The mathematics have changed in the last few years, and it's getting murkier day by day. There is too much politics and corruption in administration to players to groundsmen. Outcome is obvious and real sport loses importance. Cricket is the dominant sport in India and gets the lion's share of the endorsement. In other sports, the result is similar. Priority is short-term wealth, because who knows when God smiles again. So sports remain an adverse beneficiary. Thank you.
Excellent, thank you. Well within your time. So judges, please be aware of that. He was very good, right, nice. And who's going to be summing it up for the against team?
Amrita.
And you're spotlighted. Let me know when you're ready to go. Go.
Sports is the only field where no kind of nepotism works. The only thing that can get you to represent the country is hard work and passion. Why should a sports person be denied the fame and money that they deserve, especially after years of sacrifice, perseverance, training, and above all, a consistent performance? Our message to our sports person should be, give us your sweat, give us your youth, give us glory and pride, and we will give you a great future, a comfortable, secure future with the help of endorsements. I request the opposing team members have a big heart, a great soul. Let us reward our great athletes so they can inspire the next generation. Brand endorsers act as role models for our children. And who is a better role model for young Indians than Colonel Rathore, Abhinav Bindra, Mary Kom, Neeraj Chopra, and Mirabai Chanu? This is a new India, a brave India. ये देश है वीर जवानों का, मेहनती किसानों का और दुनिया के बेहतरीन खिलाड़ियों का. Chak de India. Thank you.
Fantastic. Right on the button for 1 minute. Nicely done. Okay, so that's it for the debaters. Well done. You can give them your little claps on the side or actually clap them out. Muted, of course. Nobody wants to hear you right now. I'm going to give the judges a couple minutes to round up, and then they will give us a few of their thoughts very briefly in a minute and under. The order that we will go in is we'll do Indumati first, then Ravi, and then Manish will round us up. Okay? All right. So you guys can now all unmute, have a little chit chat, do a little banter, have some fun. All right, 2 minutes. I'll be doing math.
Yeah, you're doing a really good work.
Manmeet, why are you hiding? Because my big question to you.
Actually, I am at somebody's funeral. I just came from somebody's funeral, and I am just sitting in my pajama. I don't really want to admit.
No, please, please. Good boy.
No, Manmeet is not, because you've been calling him Manpreet since the last 2 days. So he's little
Correct.
with us.
Correct.
Yes, yes.
बेचारे को मनप्रीत बुला के
क्यों बुला रहे हो यार? मनमीत है वो. वैसे प्रीत मीन एक ही बात है. मोनिका.
हमारे मन का मीत है.
देखो मोनिका ने बोल दिया बराबर.
Monica, how's dad?
Manpreet is the captain of the hockey team.
Manpreet
the
Singh.
captain of the hockey team. Manpreet.
Yeah.
मोनिका, आप तुम्हारी टीम में हुआ करते थे यार.
हाँ?
When we planned for that trip to Pondicherry, अपन साथ में थे.
Yes, of course, I remember. I told KKG about you.
आज भी साथ में ही है. हाँ, संगीत. We are still together. Don't worry. Monica.
Yes.
And we are actually going to Pondicherry.
Yeah. No,
yes.
So sorry. हमारा तो Andaman Nicobar.
हमारा Andaman था. Sandeep said that it was, had it not been so difficult to go, that was the first choice.
ठीक है जी, गोविंदास का एक ट्रिप पेंडिंग है, वो करवाइए पहले आप, बाकी ट्रिप्स को बाजू में रखिए.
Andaman जाते हैं, चलो.
Manish, you decide you are part of Govinda or not.
100%.
Monica,
I prove that through my actions also.
Yes.
Monica, you know that Sandeep said that to all the teams, no?
Yeah, never mind. I believe what I hear.
That's true. Very true, Rupen. Hey, Rupen, you are playing Vibhishana.
Yeah, then what? ये क्या है?
अभी आप मेरे को प्रेज कर रहे हैं या गाली दे रहे, समझ में नहीं आ रहा.
Think about it and guess for yourself.
Judges, I've sent you a text. Please check.
It's 10 o'clock.
Got it, Gail. Good.
Ravi, I got
अरे रवि का फोटो आ गया.
हाँ, first time.
अरे मैं खुद बैठा हूँ यार.
रवि पजामा पहन रखा है कि नहीं?
नहीं, शॉर्ट्स में उसके लिए खड़े होने बहुत बोलना, नेशनल एंथम नहीं हो जाएगा.
करेक्ट. नहीं तो ये क्या है ना, ज़ूम का हटा रही है, ज़ूम का.
हाँ, बराबर है.
बैठा ही रहा भाई.
एक बंदा हमको भी चाहिए अगली बार, ये हमारे कहीं आगे सेमीफाइनल में है.
Manish, if you can check your message, that'd be wonderful. Oh, you did.
Yeah, you can send us also message. No problem. We can also.
BGB is feeling jealous.
BGB is FOMO, missing out.
So the winning team is going to get a gift from Manish ji. Anybody who wants to reduce their weight can contact him. और endorsement कर रहा हूँ अभी से.
No, thank you.
वेट ज्यादा किसका है भाई कि रिड्यूस करवा रहे हो?
सर मेरा ही है ना, मेरा ही है.
Manish, I'll be the first person to come. Don't worry.
Always open for you.
मनीष को इससे बढ़िया गिफ्ट क्या मिलेगी?
सर एंडोर्समेंट.
Did you heard that as endorphins?
I don't know if the group realized, everybody here, that there are more debaters in the audience than on the teams.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Next time, Rupen.
We don't
time
know
Rupen.
अगर टिया नहीं होती तो हम सभी शुरू हो जाते थे.
डिबेट कर सकते
Tia,
हैं.
Tia, I'm in agreement. This is perfect.
You're good. You're good. Okay, fantastic. With that, I am now gonna go into my favorite part. Actually, hearing our judges give us a few words of wisdom. Judges, try and keep this to under a minute. I'm obviously not gonna time you or mute you, but this is your moment to really share what some of your overall thoughts of the debate. We'll start with Sharon Indumati. If you can unmute.
Yes, I'm unmuted, and thank you very much, Tia. The conducting of the whole thing was very professional. I think each of the debaters were very well prepared. They kept very good time. And it was indeed like a, tennis Wimbledon that we were watching right and left, a volley that was so exciting and interesting. And in fact, whatever may have been our personal views on the matter, we tended to agree with what we did not originally think about or were in agreement with. And that, I think, explains the success of the debaters so well. And in fact, we had to look at very minute things to, make a difference in our marking. So as you rightly said from the beginning, everyone is a winner. The participation was well-spirited. There was no arrogance. There was absolutely nothing political. And everybody was totally in sync with the spirit of a debate. I salute the organizer and the debaters. Thank you so much.
Well done. Thank you so much. That was really nice and succinct.
Indumati, with all these good words, you have earned your position for the next judge for the next round also.
And also a picnic that will be organized by the winning team.
100%.
Okay, thanks. I will now have Ravi up next. Ravi, I see you, but I can't. Hold on.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as you can hear a couple of lines from me, that's fine. So, very well done, all the debaters. Both the teams fought hard for all the points that they've scored. Yes, of course, on my personal opinion, yes, I do also agree that endorsements have their pluses and minuses both ways. You can also consider the amount of industry that is grown, that really grows and grows along with the endorsements that come along with one endorsement by, say, maybe a Roger Federer or maybe a Serena Williams. And suddenly you find a lot of children picking up tennis rackets and playing tennis, buying all the top brands for their attires. That's one thing that happens. Apart from this, of course, there have been sad stories all over the world where sportsmen probably allowed the endorsements and the money that came to it go to their heads or maybe ruin their families. That's a part of life, I guess. It happens to a lot of other people. But apart from that, each and every team member of both the for and the against, they put forward their points pretty well. Of course, for a short while in between, I really did not miss my Arnab Goswami show because every debater was talking over each other. That is something that I would request people to improve upon. Don't talk over your own team members, especially. Otherwise, very well done. And Tia, you've done a fantastic job handling this over. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. And thank you, Ravi. Very nice as well. And finally, to wrap us up, I'm going to spotlight Dr. Manish. Dr. Manish, a few words from you this evening.
Yeah, so friends, I'm personally always of the opinion that endorsements are extremely good for the sports because one Roger Federer or one Ronaldo can definitely go on and create 100 more Ronaldos and 100 more Federers. They get endorsements, they come into public life, people see them, get inspired. What side effects might happen are very few, but what is more important is despite I being so much in favor of endorsements, the Ford team, which was running for endorsement, also against endorsements, was also good enough to convince us that yes, endorsements are bad. So I feel both the teams have done the work, the homework so well, and they were so convincing in each of their talks. The confidence was excellent. They were all time bound. Though I expected कि थोड़ा और झगड़ा होता था, कुछ चिलम-चिली होती थी, but I don't know, Tia has managed things so well. Every time when something like this happened, she put everyone into mute. But it was done in all the best of spirits. I would really like to congratulate Tia for managing it so well. And Rupen, what a lovely concept. We've been seeing this since last year. Hats off to you, friend. The way you started doing it, those first round of discussions between Yumi and Sunil, where you were coming up with these ideas. And today, where it has come on to, it's fantastic. Also, the way the team leaders or the DSs are supporting their members, fantastic. Congratulations for this lovely team effort. Whoever wins, I think so, the debate has actually been the winner.
Very nice. Thank you, Manish. That's wonderful. And now, obviously, you do not want to hear me speaking anymore. We're just going to get right to the results. Let's have a little drum roll, please. For this evening with 236 points are the true champions of today, the West 2 champions. Congratulations. The champions.
Champions. Hey!
Hey!
Yes. Has won the debate.
Oh, yes.
Oh, ridiculous.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jai Ho, Jai Ho. Jai Ho. It is celebration.
Sorry.
Okay, that's all for this evening. We can send you out your scores if you're very interested. You can get in touch with Rupen or me, and we're happy.
Yeah, can you repeat the scores, please?
Thank you, Tia, for lovely presentation. You are like real Arnab Goswami for the day.
Hi, Tia. Can you
Thank you
repeat
so
the
much,
scores,
Tia.
please, for both the teams?
Yes, yes.
Tia, for wonderful handling of the whole evening. It was a really pleasure.
Very well, very professional and disciplined.
Sangeet, what is the score for against team?
I will tell you the scores against. The for team was 236 points, and the against team very close with 221 points.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so
Great.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, Monica is really lucky for the champion team. Whenever she's there, we win.
Congratulations to both the teams, I would say.
It was a good debate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well done, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tia.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Monica,
Bye.
KKG,
Thank you,
bye.
judges.
Bye.
Thank you, judges.
Thank you.
Thank you, judges.
Well done, Tia. Well
Thanks,
done.
everyone.
Have a good evening, everyone.
Festivities to all.
Rupen, please take some simpler topics here.
Really not expected.
ये रूपेन को बोलो यार.
No, actually, today's topic was very good, I feel.
Yeah, it was. I'm just.
Which would really bring out that.
But Manish, let me tell you, the topic was good. But it took us a lot of efforts to, create things. Because, speaking for endorsement was very, very, difficult. Against was still better. So, हमारी टीम के तो पसीने निकल रहे थे. Somehow.
But I'll tell you, KKG, they were very hard. They were very convincing. They were extremely convincing.
Thank you. Thank you.
We are preparing them for the alpha year. उनका खून पसीना ही निकलने वाला है.
हाँ. अरे रूपेन भाई, जरा मेहरबानी करो. आगे कुछ अच्छा बताओ. अभी क्या next? What is next topic?
Theme.
No, so now we are having the semi-finals. Now we will have.
Yeah.
So we will tomorrow is Ganpati, so maybe day after we will have the draw.
Okay.
Then we will pull the lots and we will decide.
हेमा एक गाना हो जाए.
हम दोनों को टीम्स को ना साथ में कर.
Dates क्या है?
End of the month.
आवाज बैठ जाती है गाती हूँ तो.
कोई बात नहीं, अब तो जीत गई है. One song हेमा, just two lines.
एक जीत का गाना होना चाहिए.
एक 2 lines.
Thank you so much. Next.
हेमा 2 lines.
नहीं गा सकती मैं. आवाज बैठ जाती है.
और बरवे साहब कहाँ चले गए? बरवे साहब ज्वाइन करेंगे आपको.
हम बरवे साहब जरूर गा सकते हैं हमारी जीत के लिए.
वो पैकेट लेके गए मनीष के यहाँ.
हमारे तो सारे ग्रुप के ही मेंबर थे. ये हेमा, बरवे साहब, के सर, हमारे तो सब लीडर्स थे ये.
अरे सब अपने साथ में. हाय. ओके बाय. बाय. भाई